Hey there, it has been at least a couple weeks since I have done an update, so I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm still around and that things are still going very well. I have not lost any more weight, and that really was kind of my intention, that by the time that I went on vacation, I would have lost the weight that I wanted to lose, and then to reassess from there what I wanted to do. And since I ended up losing a little bit more than I actually wanted to, I'm really at a comfortable place for myself right now. So I reassessed what my goals were while we were gone, because I had plenty of time to think really about what I wanted to do. And I just made the general assessment that my next set of goals is definitely more related to fitness. And so I talked to some of the people that work for Rush, and I asked them how their product, the Garcinia Cambogia, could help me to reach my fitness goals, both fitness and toning. So I've done a couple things in the last week. I have signed up for a new fitness program that is very close to my work, so I can just run right over after I get off work. So I think number one, that's going to help me to be extremely successful, as I have zero excuses. Not that I'm going to come home and then all of a sudden get too lazy to go work out and those kind of things. And this is a really intensified fitness plan from what I have already been doing. It involves some CrossFit. It involves several different strength and training and cardio classes. So I'm going to continue then to take the Garcinia Cambogia in addition to the new fitness program. And the reason that I'm choosing to continue to take that is to help work, number one, on my endurance, so that I don't feel tired, so I don't feel sluggish. And number two, to really help control the cravings, because that seems to be, in knowing myself and my body, where I've always gotten in trouble in the past. So I just felt that those two things were very important to me to, number one, maintain my weight loss now, and to continue to decrease my body fat and increase my muscle at the same time, increase my strength. And so that's really my goal now, as the weather is going to start changing here shortly. I really want to just continue to work on that all winter and really define the shape of my body. So I felt that those two things were very important to me reaching my next goal. So I'll continue to do updates regarding my progress with those things. Several people had commented that they wanted to see before and after pictures, and I did post those earlier this week. I had trouble combining these two videos together. Apparently I am not smart enough to do that. I record these videos on my iPhone, but I had trouble getting still pictures combined with this video, so that's why I did it in two separate segments. The second thing that I wanted to address is people are still asking what I eat, and I'm not sure. It was a really hard concept for me at first too, the clean eating thing. The clean eating thing simply means that you are eating food with as few ingredients as possible. The best way that I can describe that is a packaged can of stuffing, for instance, has tons of preservatives, tons of things that are added to it to make it taste the way that it does, artificial things. So I just really steer away from eating any kind of food that might be processed, packaged, or canned. Now that doesn't mean that I don't eat, for instance, canned chicken and make that into a chicken salad, or canned tuna, canned spaghetti sauce, or spaghetti sauce that comes from a jar. But when I do choose to buy things that are already mixed up, I am extremely careful about the amount of sugar and the amount of preservatives that are in them. So I become a label reader. And what I do basically is I just apply the rule of thumb that if I flip it over and I'm reading the ingredients that are in the food that I'm about to eat, and they're words that I don't recognize or can't pronounce, I'm probably not going to eat it. So what I've done is in the grocery store, maybe I will search for the spaghetti sauce that has, number one, as little sugar as possible in it, and as few ingredients as possible that are foreign ingredients. I'm looking for something that's basically tomatoes, water, spices, those kind of things. So if that maybe helps to simplify that concept, And the second thing that I've really done with my food is I have really taken control of the amount of carbs that I'm eating. I've taken control of the amount of protein that I eat, because I also find that if I eat more protein, I stay full a lot longer. And I've really taken control of making a lot of healthy choices when it comes to my food. We incorporate as many vegetables as possible. I buy several clean eating or healthy eating magazines, and subscribe to several websites and Pinterest type things that talk about clean eating. And then we just try to eat low carb. We don't eat zero carb, definitely not, but we try to eat as low carb as possible. And like I said, the thing that helps me out the most is we have a gigantic garden. So we eat a lot of fresh things out of the garden. I like to cook. I like to be creative. So I actually ask my family if they're in the mood to be guinea pig quite a bit, because I'm winging it. I'm making something up. I'm finding something new. I'm just keeping things really creative, but at the same time keeping it very healthy so that I don't get absolutely bored and give up with what I'm doing. So I hope that kind of helps the clean eating. Examples of maybe what I've eaten today, if you think that that would help. I do a protein shake every morning, and that's something that I take my Garcinia Cambogia about a half hour before I know I have to drive to work. And so then on the way to work, I actually drink a protein shake. And that's generally all that I do for breakfast. Some days maybe I'll follow that up a couple hours later with an apple or some almonds or something like that. Then I usually break for lunch around noon. I usually have a salad for lunch or a large portion of vegetables, and my salad always has protein in it. So it's going to have chicken in it, it's going to have beef in it, it's going to have some kind of fish in it, and a tremendous amount of vegetables. I don't drink any pop, I don't drink any coffee, I don't drink any tea. So really all that I drink is water. And I made a rule for myself a long time ago that said I don't want to drink my calories, I'd rather eat my calories. And so that's part of the reason that I choose to do water. But also the other part of the reason was I drank so much Diet Coke in the past that I knew that the sugar and the artificial sweeteners were not good for me. And then tonight I came home, and again I prepared vegetables out of the garden, and I grilled hamburgers on the grill. I ate my hamburger with no bun, no cheese, just very simple fresh toppings. I had made some pickles a couple weeks ago, so I like those on there, some onions, some tomatoes out of the garden, and things like that. And then we also had vegetables as a side dish. Pretty simple. I have found that with eating clean, I don't necessarily have to count calories as much as I have on other diets, and I'm still able to maintain the weight loss because I'm really not filling myself up with junk, and I know very clearly what I'm eating when I'm eating it. So I hope that helps. Anyways, have a great week. Keep communicating about your progress, and I will check in next week. Thank you. Have a great night.